Eurogrip tyres by TVS. Not just any grip, Eurogrip.
Hello and welcome to Eurogrip Tyres presents All About the Grip. And it is all about the grip when we talk about how a fast bowler, not as fast as him, there are very few like that, and Mayank Yadav hasn't shown us any slow balls yet.
Absolutely.
But a number of other bowlers have. Varun Aaron, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Mohit Sharma, they all possess different types of slow balls. Today is the slow ball masterclass. So I'm going to give this to you very slowly. My natural speed is only slow, right? So we have multiple types of slow balls. Let's break down the top 4 or 5. There's the conventional sort of off, what do you call that? An off spinner, off cutter.
Yeah.
You have a leg cutter. We've got the knuckle ball or the split finger.
Yeah.
And we've got the back of the hand. So take me through those and enjoy yourself with that ball.
So, I mean, obviously, as we know, the slow ball is one of the most important balls in T20 cricket because that just messes with the batsman's bat swing. And he sometimes connects it where he doesn't want to connect the ball and the ball skies up or he gets beaten all ends up. So let's start off with the easiest slow ball, which is the off cutter. All right, but to actually master the off cutter is everybody can bowl it, even you can bowl it on. Okay, all right. But to actually get dip and turn on the ball is really difficult. And the guy who does it the best is Jasprit Bumrah. Yep. If you see the off cutter, everybody just bowls the off cutter. They run their fingers across the ball. But when you see Jasprit Bumrah bowl it, he runs his fingers and he gives it a lot of revs. So, like, he literally pulls down on the ball like an off spinner, and that makes the ball feel like it's coming out faster than it is. He gives it a little air, and then it dips and turns. You know. So when you see batters play one of his slow balls, like the batters who are not accustomed to him, you see them literally go through their shot and stop. Yeah. I mean, it's super deceiving for a batsman to have something like that or to play something like that when they've not played it before. That's Jasprit Bumrah for you and the best off cutter in the business.
So as we talk about grip, that's the seam up grip, of course, for any fast bowler. And Bumrah, as we focus on the grip, suddenly makes that upon delivery.
So to bowl a traditional off cutter, your seam has to be facing slip. Yeah. You got to grip your index finger on the seam, and the thumb comes down. And when you release it, you make sure you do the exact same movement of an off spinner, but you make sure that you finish your action. And the key is to bowl a slow ball with the same effort you bowl your pace up ball.
Yeah, otherwise you can read it.
Otherwise everybody can read it, right?
That's the off cutter done. Let's go to the next one.
The next one is again the leg cutter, which is the cousin of the off cutter. So the leg cutter is obviously the opposite of the off cutter. Off cutter you go here. The leg cutter you go here. So there are 2 different ways of bowling the leg cutter. One which Bhuvi bowls is he just runs his fingers down the side of the ball. Yep. All right. So, I mean, it's quite an easy adjustment because Bhuvi is basically an in-swing bowler. So, it's really easy for an in-swing bowler whose wrist is already facing leg slip to just do this to the ball.
Right.
You know? So
naturally, the body is going with
correct.
that.
Yeah. So, for Bhuvi to bowl an off cutter would be a little more difficult because he's generally, his preferred swing is in-swing. Sure. So, all he has to do is just run his fingers down the seam. That makes the batsman feel like he's bowling the same ball, but it's a lot slower. Yeah. All right. But the second way of bowling a leg cutter is you actually do the same thing which you do to an off cutter, which is go wide grip. Yeah. Leg cutter, you can go wide grip, and this enables you to generate more revs on the ball. So when you actually go here with a split, with a wide grip, just because you've got a really good hold on the seam, you can rip the ball down, creating a lot of revs, and the ball kicks a little after it pitches. Sure. That's a leg cutter. Yeah,
and now while we're on the split seam, maybe we can move from the leg cutter to perhaps the split finger or the knuckle ball.
The split finger or the knuckle ball. The knuckle ball is more popular nowadays compared to the split finger because batsmen are getting way more vigilant. Bats are getting bombier, like they're just bombing everything out of the ground. So with the knuckle ball, again, there are 2 ways to do it. So I'm going to give you a side-on view of the knuckle ball. One is when the bowler runs in holding the ball really loose instead of really tight because you want it to be somewhere at the tip of your fingers. If you have big fingers like mine, it helps a little bit. So the first way is to when you're loading to make sure you're just gripping the ball with the tips of your fingers. That's one way. All right. So when you actually rotate the ball and release, instead of the surface area being this much, the surface area is just this much, and Ronak wants to catch it, so I'll release it.
So release it.
So that's
Deceived completely. I mean, I thought it was coming here and it came there. But yeah, there you go. You need to show the little flick, right?
Not more, yes, the little flick, and also it's about surface area on the ball, right?
Yeah.
The more the surface area, the more the force you can put. But but you can put the same force with just this much of surface area.
Yep.
It's obviously going to come out slower. I mean, that's a great catch from that.
Right, thanks.
The other way of bowling a knuckle ball is what Andrew Ty used to do.
Yes.
Was actually get. Sorry, I mean I'm used to doing it when I'm bowling.
I'm just ready because this is fascinating.
Is used to, instead of holding it on the tips, he actually goes here with his first 2 digits touching it. So that again, less surface area on the ball, and he just goes and it comes out that way. The advantage, I mean, I bowled the knuckle ball with the tips of my fingers. The advantage of this was that you could actually make the ball swing in the air, you know. But with this, you get less swing, but the actual delivery is a lot slower.
Sure.
So it depends what the bowler is comfortable with, what his actual action is to set him up to bowl the perfect slow ball for his action.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all in the grip.
Very, very quickly, ball that's almost become unique to Mohit Sharma and a few others now, the back of the hand slow.
That's actually the slow ball, which is the most difficult slow ball.
Sure.
Because you have to really get your mechanics on point. Because if anything is falling off, or if you're not going towards the target, it's just going to pull you out. Because what you're actually doing is your shoulder is used to rotating this way, but for a back of the hand slow ball, you have to literally change the way how your shoulder rotates and bowl it from here.
Yeah.
So you have to really be going towards the target and making sure everything is really straight, and that's the only way you can release it from the back.
Looks like there are completely different muscles in play.
Completely different muscles in play, completely different mobility of the shoulder. So only somebody like Mohit Sharma, who goes really, really well towards the batsman, can do
very
something like that.
with his action.
Yeah, and again, we must understand, and viewers must understand, and all the young kids who are listening to this must understand, that whenever you bowl any sort of slow ball, there should be a certain level of quality on the slow ball. And when I say quality, I mean there have to be a lot of revs on the ball. So if you see Mohit Sharma's slow ball, he reaches here and then pulls down really hard, which makes the ball get these revs.
Yeah.
So the batsman again is deceived through dip of the ball. You know, Bumrah slow ball has dip on it. Mohit Sharma slow ball has dip on it. The knuckle ball just dies on you. All right. So every slow ball is unique. And the key is not to just bowl it slow, but bowl it slow with quality.
Man, Varun, that was so informative. Thank you very much for breaking that down for us. One of the fastest in the game, breaking down all the slow balls in the game. That wraps up another edition of our Eurogrip Tyres presents All About the Grip.
Eurogrip Tyres by TVS. Not just any grip, Eurogrip.